the last 10 years, education has changed dramatically. Simulation has helped us out so much that we can really mimic things that happen in the clinical setting, and students can figure out what to do and problem solve in the lab versus having to do that on the floor in a hospital. Now they can anticipate what they would do. I think it prepares our students so much better. Yes, we can have mannequins who talk to you, they breathe, they have heart rates, they bleed, they vomit, they do all sorts of things. And I can't imagine having to educate students without that now. I think sometimes people think, well, every school should have that. Yeah, it would be great. The high fidelity mannequins are about $100,000 for one.
There has been a move toward employing more baccalaureate prepared nurses, and that came from a couple places. One is that Dr. Linda Aiken at the University of Pennsylvania has done research showing that inpatient mortality is lower with more baccalaureate prepared nurses. And Dr. Aiken's work has been very instrumental in shaping a number of programs, including the Magnet program, which really incent hospitals to employ a higher percentage of baccalaureate prepared nurses. There was also a push from this organization called the Future of Nursing, which did a report really asking the nation to move towards a ratio of nurses that are 80% baccalaureate, 20% associate degree. I want to contrast that with the current situation in North Carolina. So of our new graduates, 50% are still associate degree nurses, 33% are baccalaureate prepared, and the remainder are either licensed practical nurses or diploma. So we are still consistently producing about 50% of our new grads as associate degree 2-year nurses. There's been a big effort to sort of bend the cost curve in healthcare, right? And part of bending the cost curve is shifting care from expensive acute settings out into ambulatory and community settings. One of the most surprising things we saw in the model was this shift toward more nurses being employed in what we think of as ambulatory care. Those are physician offices, they could be outpatient surgeries, but as care is shifting, the workforce is shifting, and we're seeing the nursing workforce shift. And so even though licensed practical nurses have traditionally been employed in long-term care and assisted living, now we're seeing this large growth in licensed practical nurses moving to ambulatory care. That's almost what I would characterize as a seismic shift, because licensed practical nurses and registered nurses don't typically train in those settings. They train in inpatient settings.